The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Nearly half of Americans polled think President Trump is doing a pretty good job. And one place that really shines is the economy. 47% say the economy is in excellent or good condition.
Americans are struggling to afford a summer vacation this year.
39 million Americans are skipping out on the summer vacation. About half the group says day-to-day bills are a primary obstacle. It's too bad.
Yeah. Right. But the greatest economy, I don't know who they're polling. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Just like today. Here's what was interesting today. If you listen to the jibber jabbers on the financial TV shows today, their underwear got all knotted up when Walmart numbers came out. Oh, they got so excited. Listen to these dopes.
The news of the day is Walmart. They reported much better same-store sales, up 3.4%. That report from Walmart is an economic indicator that the economy is doing well. Okay, so he's saying Walmart numbers are up. That means Walmart's an indicator. The economy is doing terrific. Really. People can't even take a vacation. Oh, here, listen to this.
Walmart, not only good numbers today, but good guidance. Stocks are a derivative of the economy, but if you ask me about the state of the U.S. economy, I say it's very strong right now.
Oh, and this is the same guy. This is the same guy, Leisman, who said,
people are feeling flush in their accounts, spending more than our income coming in.
Same guy. It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's just incredible. That's why I don't follow the jibber jabbers. I don't follow this noise. If you do, you'll never make money consistently in the stock market. You'll always get caught in the crash. Remember, let's talk about crashes. They're not crashes anymore. These are manufactured bubbles, and bubbles pop. And if you look on a chart, they're manufactured. And you take the first two bubbles they manufactured, the dot-com, then the housing con. I showed it to you on a chart before. They brought them, they were all engineered. They brought them right up to 15,000 on the Dow and then decided to pop the bubble, came back down. They didn't want to crush everybody, so they decided, okay, let's form another bubble. To have a bubble, to create a bubble, you need people who have lost money, and then you need to give them a lot of credit. Right. You want to make sure people lose their money and then give them credit to go and consume. So let's take Walmart, for example. They're saying how great Walmart is. Wait a minute. Let's look at the consumer. Before you say Walmart is the bellwether, how the economy is doing, let's look at the customer. First of all, the customer at Walmart makes $28,000 a year income. An individual, $28,000. Are you kidding me? That's 82% of their customers make $28,000 a year. And how are they purchasing this stuff? Using credit cards, using credit. They're not going in there with money from savings or extra cash in their pocket. These are people who have 2-3 jobs. These people are working paycheck to paycheck, and they're trying to tell us, oh, watch Walmart. They'll tell you exactly how well the economy's doing overall. Are you nuts? It's unbelievable. And you take the Federal Reserve. I still don't hear anybody talk about getting rid of the Federal Reserve. That'd be the greatest thing in the world. The Federal Reserve, their job was to help these people, to help retirees, to help savers by raising rates when you had a raise when inflation rises, you want to raise rates. That was their job. Inflation goes up, then what you do is raise rates. That tampers it, that pulls back that inflation, because inflation eats your lunch. Inflation's a killer. Inflation is the cancer on the economy, and we talked about this yesterday. But they didn't do that. They're supposed to. So to protect the people's, especially retirees have cash and savings, right? And they've saved all their life. They're saving for their retirement. Now they got cash in a savings account. And that cash has to be protected by making sure that the Federal Reserve raises rates above the rate of inflation. But what did the Federal Reserve do? They lie. They lie about inflation. They have the Federal Reserve target at 2%. Ever notice that? 2%. And then when they report inflation, they keep out food, they keep out gasoline, they keep out heating fuel, they keep out almost everything. It's unbelievable how they report inflation. They keep all the things that show inflation. And they have what they call substitution when they're doing inflation, when they're trying to get the numbers to see if there is inflation. They substitute. So in other words, if most people are buying hamburger and it went up 20% because of the demand of hamburger, they go and they'll substitute and they'll measure steak. And they say, oh, steak's not going up at all. Steak's going up 0.5%. So they use steak and they say, oh, meat, by the way, there's no inflation in meat. Wait a minute. Nobody's buying the meat. Nobody's buying steak. They're buying hamburger. So they substitute. The Federal Reserve, their job was to make sure, especially for retirees, to make sure that fixed income, they knew they were going to be on fixed income. So they knew they had to, inflation, if you're a retiree and you're on fixed income and you have some cash, inflation will eat that cash right up. So if you don't have a Federal Reserve raising rates for you, you're screwed. It's unbelievable. But let's get back to the Walmart. So Walmart, you have the customer making $28,000 a year. He has no savings, living paycheck to paycheck. And it's that customer, the Walmart customer, okay, is part of this problem that we're having. And we're having a retirement crisis because that customer, okay, again, is part of the retirement crisis. When he retires, he has no money. And 401k, most people in 401ks, they're not participating. A lot of people don't participate. Many people go in and dig it. The only way a 401k would ever work if you had another income, and that's how it was designed. See, the 401k originally was to not substitute, but was to, I can't even think of the word. Anyways, it was to subsidize pensions. So an executive who's making $300,000 a year, they gave him a 401k. That was a perk to, as I've told you before, to shelter his bonuses, shelter his golf course membership, so he didn't have to pay taxes. But he never had to dig into the 401k because he's making $300,000 a year. That's how it worked. It only would work if you never had to take money out of it. And that's why it supplemented that pension. Well, when the pensions went away and they said, well, now we're just going to give you a 401k, they're screwed. People were screwed. That's why 401k is one of the worst products. Because people are always taking money out of a 401k because they're not making enough money to begin with. People are working paycheck to pay. We got 73.2% of the people on our 157 million people that are working. Let's just round it off. 73% are working paycheck to paycheck. They're not making enough money. But I have to laugh when they're telling us how boy, this is great. Walmart showed us how strong our country is. Are you out of your mind? When we have a retirement crisis like never before? And now the retirement crisis is even going to get worse because now with the trade, with these tariffs, people are at Walmart, when they go to shop now, their wages didn't go up, but the cost of the goods went up by 25%. So that means they're going to put on their credit card again. They're debt slaves. So don't listen to these people, these jibber jabbers. Don't listen to them. We'll be right back. It is unbelievable.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. No matter if the market is up or the market is down, Phil Grandy and his Phil's Gang members prepared for market volatility and making profits.
Cisco in April, we're up 4%. We just got in that in April. Lockheed Martin, we're up now 7%. Facebook, we bought April 9th, we're up 10%. Morgan Stanley, we're up 11%. WLL, we bought April 1st, we're up 19%. And let's take this year. The spiders, the S&P 500, we are up 16%. Apple, we're up 26%. Railroad, CSX, we're up 17%. And at the end of the day, when the market keeps going up and up and up, and you're in that market, you're never out in time. You ride it all the way back down, especially with your 401ks. Let's change that today. 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Let's change it today.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Philsgang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Philsgang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Philsgang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts.
Hannah complained of a headache. It was a rhabdomyosarcoma. Within a few days, Hannah was in treatment because we were told that the tumor was very aggressive. And it very quickly became clear that St.Jude was the ultimate place to be. So we've essentially put our lives in South Africa on hold. Incredibly blessed to be here. St.Jude is an asset to the world. The research that is developed here is offered freely to the rest of the medical world. The entire way that the place operates is just to give and to care. I think it's the kind of place that not only stands as a beacon for pediatric cancer, but I think it could teach the world a couple of lessons about how to treat people. And I think if those lessons could be learned, even in their most basic form, this world could be a better place.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So we're talking about a couple things here. The president, when he was not president, and I could just pick up the phone and talk with him. Now, I don't mean every day, obviously, but I did have access to him. And we used to talk, and I always said, you got to get rid of the Federal Reserve. He always agreed with me, because the Federal Reserve is not doing its job to protect all of us. See, we can work hard. We put our money in savings for our retirement, and it gets eaten alive by inflation. Now, you got to understand who owns the Federal Reserve to understand why they screw everybody, except themselves. So you have to think about it for a moment. The people that own or control it, let's say control it, there's about 250 owners, but the ones who control it, there's about 2,800 of them who really control it. They're not the 1 percentile. They're the 1/100th of 1 percentile. Very wealthy. These are people whose net worth is $111 million each, and their net income on an annual basis is $27 million. They call the shots. They call the shots at the Federal Reserve. Now, you got to understand, their interest is not the same as ours, because to raise rates, that helps us to fight inflation. You want to always make sure, if you're saving money, I don't care what, you always want to make sure they're raising rates just enough so that I'm always ahead of inflation on interest. Well, to them, these guys only care about themselves, because remember who they are. They own the largest corporations. They own the monopolies. They own the banks. They own the House of Representatives. They own the Senate. They own the state capitals. They own everybody. So let's think about this for a minute. So for them, they don't want to ever signal that they're going to raise rates, because if they signal they're going to raise rates, then the Europeans who bring their own money in here to invest won't come over here to invest. So they, instead of raising rates to help America, our country, and Main Street, instead they lied. They set it up that they put a target of 2%. So they always tell you it's under 2%. That's so they don't have to, number one, give a cost of living increase to the 88 million people on Social Security. But more important to them is that they don't ever signal a rate hike that stops people from investing in the monopolies and the largest corporations they control. So they got a real problem here. Or we do, because of that. And that's one reason why the Fed should be shut down, because their interest, the Federal Reserve's interest, isn't the same as ours. So let's take, for example, when the stock market crashed in 2008. When the market crashed in 2008, they wanted to get back their wealth that they lost. So the first thing they did is do quantitative easing. What was that? That's to print money. And that money they would take and they could borrow it free, no cost to it, or near 0%. So they could buy stocks to move the stock market up. For them, that was terrific. That was called the wealth effect, QE, called wealth effect. Now, remember, this group, most of all their income comes from the stock market. So by giving them money, they could print money, no cost to them, and they could run the stock market up as high as they wanted to. And they gained back their wealth. But the guy on Main Street, he got screwed, because instead of that money going into one of the large corporations they own for new equipment, what they call CapEx, or they should have plowed that money like they used to back into the company to increase productivity, produce more hats and whatever they produce, bulldozers, whatever. And when you produce more at less cost by upgrading machinery, you can produce more goods at a less cost. That goes back to the workers in way of wage increases, especially when you had unions. Well, now what they've done is they turned around and said, screw the workers. We're going to take them and outsource all the other jobs anyways. We'll outsource them, so we don't care about them. And we took away their pensions. We'll give them a 401k that we'll call a pension, but it's a bunch of garbage. We'll give them that piece of garbage. And so everything they do, it's to benefit them. And do you remember when a congressman asked Bernanke, who's making out better, Wall Street or Main Street with this quantitative easing?
Is it fair to say, though, that Wall Street has benefited more than Main Street has?
I don't think so.
Is it fair to say
but he's a liar. Listen, he lied.
Is it fair to say, though, that Wall Street has benefited more than Main Street has?
I don't think so.
What a lie. Did Wall Street benefit more than... Of course Wall Street benefited, because they were able to purchase money free. Now, to do that, they had to take your savings. If, let's say you had a savings and you were retiring and you had $500,000 and you're getting 5%. They reduced that down to less than 1/8%, or let's say even 1/4%. So savers lost about $500 billion a year, was gone out the door to subsidize zero rates. In other words, when the Federal Reserve decided to bring rates down to zero, well, they had to take it from somebody, so they took it from the savers. Now, that inflation, the stock market going up 357%, that inflation, they should have, if the Federal Reserve was doing their job, they would have made sure that inflation didn't get out of control. Because the inflation eats up your 401k, eats up everything. That's why we have a retirement crisis. And for these guys on these financial shows to come out and say, oh, look at Walmart, great earnings. Are you kidding me? All they're doing is taking a debt slave and enslaving him more. He's not buying anything with cash. And the poor guy, who's buying it at Walmart, he's getting killed with inflation. Just unbelievable. We're going to come back and look at some stocks, show you how to make some money.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been telling you since January of 2018 the market was going to crash, and what was going to tip the market over is China and the global economy, that it was slowing. Now what are you hearing? Nobody ever talks about the bond market. I always talk about the bond market with my gang because we watch the bond market. This is how we get our returns. Give you an example. We bought in January Netflix. We also bought Nike. We bought Hess. And we bought Airlines, LUV. Those four, we have an 18% return. Again, I'm not saying every gang member made 18%. I can't say that because I don't know when they get in or when they get out. I give them the instructions when to get in and when to add to their position, when to take profits, when to get out, when to run like hell. And if they follow that, then that was the returns we had on those four stocks.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. No matter if the market is up or the market is down, Phil Grandy and his Phil's Gang members prepared for market volatility and making profits.
Cisco in April, we're up 4%. We just got in that in April. Lockheed Martin, we're up now 7%. Facebook, we bought April 9th, we're up 10%. Morgan Stanley, we're up 11%. WLL, we bought April 1st, we're up 19%. And let's take this year. The spiders, the S&P 500, we are up 16%. Apple, we're up 26%. Railroad, CSX, we're up 17%. And at the end of the day, when the market keeps going up and up and up and you're in that market, you're never out in time. You ride it all the way back down, especially with your 401ks. Let's change that today. 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Let's change it today.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang Radio Show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang Social Media, keeping you connected.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang Radio Show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang Social Media, keeping you connected.
No matter if the market is up or the market is down, Phil Grandy and his Phil's Gang members prepared for market volatility and making profits.
Cisco in April, we're up 4%. We just got in that in April. Lockheed Martin, we're up now 7%. Facebook, we bought April 9th, we're up 10%. Morgan Stanley, we're up 11%. WLL, we bought April 1st, we're up 19%. And let's take this year. The spiders, the S&P 500, we are up 16%. Apple, we're up 26%. Railroad, CSX, we're up 17%. And at the end of the day, when the market keeps going up and up and up and you're in that market, you're never out in time. You ride it all the way back down, especially with your 401k. Let's change that today. 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Let's change it today.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang Radio Show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Inflation. We don't have any inflation that anybody's been able to point to.
There's no inflation. I bet you guys, I bet anybody could point to inflation. Go to a movie theater, buy a box of popcorn. But here's what's funny, or not funny, and why they should get rid of the Federal Reserve. The owners of the Federal Reserve, remember, they control the monopolies. They control the largest corporations. And it's not in their best interest to admit to inflation. So they lie about inflation, and they always say their target's 2%, and they always come underneath it. Because higher rates, if you're saying there's inflation, you're signaling you're going to raise rates. And when you raise rates, you lower inflation for Main Street. So it hurts Wall Street, but helps Main Street tremendously. So higher rates causes less investing, less spending. So they lie and say,
inflation. We don't have any inflation.
So they lie. But guess what? The Europeans, foreigners, just dumped a record $265 billion in U.S. stocks. Why? Because they know there's inflation. So our owners who own the Federal Reserve, who control the Federal Reserve, they're going to keep lying about inflation. They're going to keep lying about it. They have to. See, because their interest is not the same as ours. So we got a bank, we got a Federal Reserve, the owners who are doing everything against our interest to enrich themselves, especially with quantitative easing. So now they lie about quantitative easing. Listen to this about earnings.
I still think that the most important things driving this economy is a solid economy, corporate earnings which are going to be greater in the second half than we have now.
Earnings is a lie. The earnings are horrible. What's driving the earnings are stock buybacks. You give money to the corporation, very low interest. The CEO takes that money, he buys his own shares back. Instead of having 1 million shares, he has 500,000 shares. So when he's ready to report his quarter and the earnings really suck because he's only taken and spreading his earnings over half the amount he had before, the earnings go up and it pushes up the stock price. And the CEO gets rich because he's tied to the stock price. But listen to this. But they won't admit to this. But now here's somebody does admit to it.
Well, I think it suppresses price discovery.
I'm sorry. There you go.
So let's talk about some stock buybacks because they were illegal until 1982, and why they were ever made legal in the first place. You know why? Because it boosts up the stock price, and $1 trillion of buybacks last year, and that helped, by the way, stock markets reach record levels. So what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? You got a lie. They're lying about their earnings. It's a lie. So you got a stock market going up, a bubble, a huge bubble, an incredible bubble, all built on lies, all built on fake earnings, all built on fake profits. All the profits are paper profits, not real profits like they used to be. But that's okay. Let's make a lot of money on the way up. But let's even make more money on the way down. So for people who say the market's not going to crash, I said on January 16, 2018, we're going to have a crash in 2018. Matter of fact, in January, I predicted December, way out in December would be the worst, would be the capitulation of the crash, and I was right. Now people say, how do you know that? Because you got to understand how the system works. If you keep on rallying your stocks by giving the owners and the CEOs and investors money free, or even at 2.5%, they're going to buy their own shares. And when you buy your own shares, there's fewer shares available to trade. So that means if I'm going to have lousy earnings, I now spread my earnings over fewer shares. That masks how bad they are. In fact, it improves them and it pushes it up. And then the stock price goes up. It's all fake. And that's why they front-loaded the stock market called QE.
What the Fed did, and I was part of that group, is we front-loaded a tremendous market rally starting in 2009, in March of 2009.
They front-loaded it. That's what they did. They printed all this money and front-loaded. But what does that mean? Inflation is incredible. So for everybody else and for these people who went into Walmart, now they're paying more. They're paying more for what they're purchasing. Prices are going up, but their wages aren't going up, not the same as the cost of the goods they're buying. And here's even worse for them. With the inflation of prices going up, they're going twice, 3 times as much as their wages, for God's sakes. So what do? They don't have it, and the money they did have to save, any money they got in savings, including 401ks, it's going down because you're eating that money's depleted. That money is deflating. The value is going down on any money that you have in investments. It's going down. It's unbelievable, but people don't get it. So, but here's the important thing. Step away from all this. Because nobody on Wall Street's going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you what I'm telling you right now. You think those guys that talked about Walmart today, how great it was? They said Walmart reflects how great the economy is because they had good earnings? No, they didn't have good earnings. They had stock buybacks to bring those earnings up. And they're not talking about the 25% increase in price on the stuff that the people go in that store are going to pay 25% more. Did their wages go up? No. But the bubble's going. Why do you think this bubble hasn't grown? The bubble has stopped. This market hasn't gone up in 8 months. It's over. So please join my gang. Be a member. So that when the market, even if the market doesn't crash, and somehow they do more QE. Maybe Trump will force Powell to do more QE and the market goes up another 20, 30%. That's great. We'll be on that end of it. And we'll make money on the way up. But on the way back, but we'll always be prepared on the way down, which you people who are in 401ks or dealing with money managers, nobody's preparing you for the crash that's going to happen. It's just going to be another day at work for us. That's it. Just another day at work. We always have our gang position. Here, give you an example. I told you our portfolio stocks for our gang, which if you join the gang right now, right? If you join the gang right now, you follow our portfolio. And we have 5 individual stocks. We've been in for a couple years now. We have 3 indices that are ETFs, and we have 5 ETFs. So we have 3 indices that are ETFs, 5 individual stocks, and then we have 5 ETFs like industrials, semis, the big tech, retail. And right now we are up 10% going. Remember, the last quarter of 2018, we were up 15%. The S&P was up 10%. If you take now from the beginning of this quarter that we're in now, the first quarter, as far where we are, that we're up. What did you say it was? It was. I think we're still up 10%. But now remember, let me say this: we don't manage your money. So in other words, you don't send us your money and we put it in the market for you and manage it. So we don't know, how much each one of our members gained. But if they followed our instructions every day that we post at 2:00 and they use our coach when they have a question, they're going to be up. But if they go off the ranch and do their own thing, I can't help them. That's the beautiful thing about our program. Every day at 2:00. By 2:00, we will post what you're going to do with Schlumberger. We're up 18% because Schlumberger went down. Intel collapsed. Intel went down, and Intel were up 16% by shorting it. Are you up in Intel 16%? Of course not. Of course not. So that's what we do. With the same ease to buy a stock, it's the same ease to sell it short to make it money. And just stay with the same stocks we're in every day. 877-600-GANG. Call now. They're waiting for your call. Remember St. Jude when you're making money, please.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
philsgang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang radio show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang social media, keeping you connected. Does your money manager send you an alert when the stock position that you're in goes up or it goes down? Does your brokerage send you an alert to get out of a stock position so you don't lose money? Of course they don't. Here at philsgang.com, we keep all of our members engaged with the stock positions that we recommend. Nobody does that for their clients. Nobody. Go to philsgang.com and become a member to get up-to-the-minute alerts. That's philsgang.com. Stop losing money and start making money with Phil's Gang.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So this morning, they're telling us, the jibber jabbers, that's a great thing that Walmart, because their earnings went up. They're not talking about stock buybacks, of course. They're not going to admit to that. Their earnings went up, and now they're saying, well, that's because that means the economy's terrific. Really? If it was so terrific, then why have the Europeans pulled out $265 billion in our large corporations? Another thing, housing starts are down. Housing starts. Remember, housing starts is one of the 4 red flags you watch for recession, for a recession. Because from a recession, you go to a crash. So there's the housing starts down. Nobody's talking about that. Another red flag that tells you you're going to have a recession and go into a crash, nobody's talking about. An inversion of the yield curve. It's already inverted once, but about 4 or 5 weeks ago, getting to invert again. That red flag is being ignored. Durable goods orders, down. That's another red flag. We're going into a recession and a crash. What, are you kidding me? What, are you nuts? So Housing starts has suffered a 7th annual decline. So if they suffered a 7th annual decline, how can the economy be good? So how can they say this to you?
Walmart, not only good numbers today, but good guidance. Stocks are a derivative of the economy, but if you ask me about the state of the U.S. economy, I say it's very strong right now.
So how can the economy be very strong right now when housing starts suffer the 7th annual decline in a row? Auto loan delinquencies spike again. Again, they're spiking. 7 million people can't pay their payments. Now we're back to where we were in as bad as we were in the crash between 2008 and 2009. But wait a minute.
The consumer is still at it, strong as ever.
I think the consumer is in a very healthy financial state.
The consumer is feeling good, confident.
So if that's true, the auto loan delinquencies are increasing. The housing starts are declining. Are you kidding me? Foreigners are pulling money. These tariffs, are you kidding me? Are going to kill our economy. This is just unbelievable. So here's what we do. Don't listen to any of this. So what we do here at Phil's Gang, and I want to have you participate. It's not hard. We have Goldman Sachs, Intel, AT&T, Caterpillar, and Schlumberger as our individual stock portfolio. We've been in those for over 2 years. The other portfolio are the spiders, the small mid-cap stocks, IWM's the symbol, and XLF, the banks. Those are what we call indices. These are the three we work every day with the 5 stocks. Then we have a group of the best ETFs, industrials. Industrials are important because you have Lockheed Martin in the ETF, you have Boeing in the ETF, you have UPS in the ETF, okay? And then we have the semis, which are so important, and we have the big tech stocks like Microsoft, Apple, and XLK. That's an ETF. We have the materials, and we have retail. Now, as far as commodities, we always watch gold and also gold miners. That's it. That's our portfolio. We deal with those every day. Yes, we do some bonus stocks. So every day, all you have to do, when we tell you at 2 o'clock, here's what you do with Schlumberger. We're up 18%. We'll probably say, take some profits. If Schlumberger, here, I'll put it up. I'll put up, matter of fact, here, I'll put up Schlumberger right now. This is exactly what we will do tomorrow morning. We'll point out the Schlumberger. We have a gain of Schlumberger of 18%. So we already said to take profits because we can see on the chart it's still red, but it had a snapback. It snapped back from 37.32 to 39.77. So now we tell them on the snapback, the instruction would be take some of your profits. When the stock drops back through 37.32, add to your position. So they have specific instructions. Here, I'll give you another one. I'll give you, let's take one of our ETFs, IWM. IWM, we're up right now 6%. We're shorting it. So tomorrow the instruction would be, when we post it, notice the stochastic on your chart. It's still... I can't think of the word. Anyways, the sentiment, there you go, thank you. The sentiment is still very negative on IWM, which is the small and mid-cap stocks. Now let's look at the pattern. You notice the stock has run back up from 150.55 to 155, but it remains red. That means the institutions are still pulling their money out of the stock. It's called a snapback. So take some profits, and then when the stock drops back down through 150.55, add to your position, and then put a stop above 153.49. Somebody said, well, I don't quite understand that. Then you contact us. You have a personal coach that'll explain it to you. Now, you can do one, or you can do all of them if you want. as the whole portfolio. But that's how it's that simple. And then from 9:30 in the morning until 11 o'clock, if you have the time, you come to the classroom and we go over each one of these stocks. You call in and say, I own Schlumberger, or I own Schlumberger and the Spiders. Here's my question. And then everybody learns off of that. If you don't want to come to class, not you don't want to, you're just busy, or you just want to learn, you're sick of learning from going to school your whole life, then just at 2 o'clock, go to the posting where it tells you word for word what, if you follow exactly what we say, it works. It works. So it's called the Working Investor Group. This is so easy. It's so easy. So why don't you just try it for 1 month? And then we don't care about what these guys are doing or what they're saying. I mean, what they're saying is insane. What they're saying is insane. One guy says the economy's doing great. The other guy says, well, it's stock buybacks, and that's not. Oh, yes, they are. Stock buybacks are great. And the woman says, no, that was illegal once they're so bad. You can't believe a word they're saying, because every one of these people who you listen to on these TV financial shows, they have to drive you to buy something, or they don't get the advertising dollar. Somebody else will get it. And they're under even more pressure now with the internet. All these financial TV shows are under tremendous pressure now because they don't get the same amount of marketing dollars they used to get from GM and from Ford and from their advertisers, because their advertisers are going to the internet. So now they're under pressure to get you to go out and buy those items. And that's why a guy like Steve Leisman, the head of their economist for CNBC, comes out and says something this stupid.
People are feeling flush in their accounts, spending more than our income coming in.
Why is he doing that? Why is he saying something so stupid? Because he's told to go out and sell. Get people to buy GM. Get people to buy a car. They're not going to buy a car if they listen to Phil Grandy. They're going to sell their car if they listen to Phil Grandy and get a horse. Wow. Are you nuts? That's why you don't see me on any of these shows. I mean, you think you want me as a guest on Fox or CNBC Business or any of those? Are you nuts? Because the one thing we do here with our members, we tell the truth. And you got 30 days to find out if we're telling the truth or we're lying to you, for a total investment of $39.95. And every time we tell you what to do with one of our ETFs or one of our stocks, the decision what to do is guided by the MV2 color-coded chart that the algorithms follow the money flow. That's all what it's about. Are the big institutions, the big banks, the big hedge funds, are they, and big insurance companies, are they putting more money into Schlumberger? Or are they putting more money into AT&T? Here, AT&T. AT&T's been going sideways for a long time now, almost 4 months, 5 months. We gave an instruction to put an order in advance. And then today, guess what happened? Because of our color-coded chart, we saw the money coming in. We advanced an order. We put it ahead and said if the stock rallies to 31, I forgot what, 31.35, put a buy order in. It hit it, bang, we got filled. If you follow those instructions, you'd be making money. Look, I can't convince everybody. I get that. So join me. $39.95. I'm reaching out to you. You make money. Reach back to St. Jude. Everybody will be happy. Stop listening to this nonsense out there.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.